snow's melting and it's getting icky and slushy. The wind is picked up. We had some really crazy winds last night. I'm not a big fan of big winds when you live near big trees. I'm getting ready to start the 12 Days of Christmas Carol Advent Calendar Challenge, day 12. I'm so excited. So we're getting ready to start our final 8 hours for our 24 in 72 hour readathon. And what are you going to be reading for this time?
I started We Ride Upon Sticks last night. I'm a little bit leery about it. I'm not quite sure how much I like it yet. This is a hockey team, a women's hockey team. One funny thing, there's a guy on the team.
Don't put it in front of your face.
There's a guy. There's a guy on the team. I thought that was interesting, but just like sometimes women want to join the football team, you know, there's nothing that says a guy can't join the hockey team. So I thought that was pretty interesting. The other thing is that they're living in a town that used to be part of Salem. Salem used to have 3 provinces. One was split off and became Danvers or something, I don't know, but they're living in that town, but they used to be part of Salem. So that's kind of what the story is about. The team is going to do some bad stuff so that they become winners.
Oh, witchcraft.
I didn't know if I could say that or not.
Well, it's about witchcraft.
Yeah, it is about
so
witchcraft. So they are...
Don't give anything else away, though.
Okay, that's it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to continue reading it. I may DNF it because this will be the 3rd time I've started it, and it's not capturing me like I'd like to. So Amy said, grab another book just in case.
Yep.
Santa.
Don't suffer through the 8 hours.
Santa sent
your
us
face.
Your
face.
Santa gave us Well Met by Jen DeLuca, and
It's a good thing you're not a booktuber.
Oh, I'd never make it.
Your face. Pull to the side of your face. No, over here.
This is too hard. And so, it's better if I cover my face, Amy.
Okay. Continue.
It's a Renaissance romance, and I used to live in Santa California.
In Santa's workshop.
And they had Renaissance fairs every year, and we went every year.
Yeah,
I had
really good Renaissance fair.
I had the whole costume and everything. I love Renaissance fair. So I'm looking forward to this one, but I'm going to give this one a try. So we'll see. Hey, look at, no, I'm going to give this one a try.
Then I am going to be reading The Great Bear by David Alexander Robertson, but I know this one's not going to take me too long. This is the second in the Misewa saga, and I'm excited to continue this series because I really enjoyed the first book, and I can't wait to get back with these characters because I liked them a lot, and I liked the representation in this. David Alexander Robertson is Swampy Cree, and he actually has sort of an initiative to get more Indigenous writings within schools. Then, once I finish that, because I don't think it'll take me 8 hours, I'm going to continue on The Battle for Christmas by Stephen Nissenbaum because I have to have this one done by Thursday. It's not looking good. It's not looking good because I have not picked this up at all. We'll probably catch up with you in 4 hours. Okay. We'll give it a good 4 hours, and then we'll stop in. And the only plans I have today are to give plasma, but we have a plan for when I go with plasma. I'm going to text Mom and be like, go, and start, and I'll start the timer, and then she'll read until I text her and go, stop. And so that way we're still reading together during the 24 hours, and I'm still keeping the timer going. So
I'm not having my blood drawn.
Okay, so I really like that this has a Swampy Cree glossary and pronunciation guide, and the first book didn't have that in there, but This is really nice. I'm glad that this was an addition to the second book. Now I know that I've been calling the series incorrectly. I've been saying Misawa, but it's actually Misawa. So this is the Misawa Saga. We had to take a quick break because my auntie came over and dropped off some gifts. So we got this nice soft blanket and some Ferrero Rocher, which, yeah, yum. And then this game, like other goodies down there. And this game, which is Hunt a Killer Mystery, Death at the Dive Bar, an immersive murder mystery experience. So that sounds like fun. And what'd you get?
I got this cozy little blankie.
That's really nice.
Isn't that cute?
It's hand woven. I've seen them do this online before.
Oh, I thought it was knitted or something.
No, it's like it's pretty neat, isn't it?
Oh, it's cozy, and it kind of curves here so it hugs you.
It's hugging you.
It's hugging me.
Oh. So it is 7 p.m. and we're at 4 hours and 17 minutes remaining. I'm about there, so I'm close to being done. 163 pages. This has been a little slower than some of the other middle grades I've been reading during this. It's not quite as action-packed. This is definitely a lot more about the traditional way of life and storytelling, and I love it, but it's more complex in the message it's putting across. And I'm exhausted today, so I didn't get enough sleep last night because I stayed up reading in the holidays. So it's understandable that I'm just a little slower going today. I had a harder time wanting to pick up a book today, and so that's obviously my fault. But it has made it so I'm not going through it as quickly, but that's okay because I'm trying to just enjoy the process and enjoy revisiting all these characters that I really liked from the first book. I have to put a little more thought into it.
Yeah.
And today thinking is a little harder than most days. And then I just got plasma done. And some days on plasma is good, some days on plasma leaves me drained. And I think because I didn't get enough sleep last night, I'm feeling really drained tonight. So I don't know if we're gonna actually make it to
I'm feeling
4
tired,
hours.
and I didn't give plasma today. So I'm sitting here telling Amy the same thing. I said, I don't know if I can last another 4 hours. It's 7:30. 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. I don't think I can last till 11:30, but
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. I think we did a really, really good job, and I'm excited about the books I was reading. I ended up liking this. I'm a little over halfway through. I'm finding, though, that it's not a book that you can read really fast. The beginning of the book says that the author tried to be really authentic with anything that mentions the actual witches' trials that were in 1692. I'd already read some about it, so I was kind of excited to read that. So I'm spending more time reading. It's not a fast read. That's what I'm trying to say. It's very hard for me to say it because I'm getting tired, but it's not a fast read. I'm a little over a half, so I don't expect to finish it in the next 4 hours. This whole school has a horrible record of never winning, and somehow or other they've happened upon witchcraft and has started using it.
That
And
sounds fun, actually.
yeah, I don't mind witchcraft, and I love a lot of stories and things with witchcraft. I just think these kids are going to get it, because that.
Yeah, you don't want to fight with fire. I mean, you don't want to play with fire, rather, because that can
And
get
they're young
dangerous.
kids, and they're nice kids. So I'm really enjoying the book. It took me a really long time to get into it, though. I kept reading it, and I kept thinking, I want to go to that other book. That other book sounds more fun.
And that happens. I've had that happen with books before. And then I've had books that have surprised me where it's taken me a while to get into it, 100 pages or so, but then all of a sudden I loved it so much. And then the first part made more sense, or at least I was like, okay, I can appreciate the first part more because of what I enjoyed later on, or found out later on, or understood later on.
The fact I'm struggling a little bit makes me wonder if it's the writing style, if I'm having a personal problem with the writing style, because like I said, it was really hard to get into. I put it down several times and started over again. So I'm not sure I love the writing style.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you what exactly about the writing style I don't like.
Quan Barry is a poet, so maybe it is. I mean, I don't know if this is Quan Barry's first novel.
No, it's not.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there's in the back it'll tell other novels
Okay.
that she wrote.
So I think she's mostly known for being a poet. So maybe it is a writing style thing. Maybe it's just a preference, taste.
So yeah, it's fun that I'm enjoying it now.
Yeah, good. I'm gonna go until I finish. I'm almost done. It's not gonna be much longer. I'm gonna finish this tonight, and then I'm probably gonna call it an evening. So you're going to continue on until I'm done?
Yeah, right now I'm still awake. We just had dinner, so I should have I can't go to sleep right now. I got a full stomach, so I need to read anyhow, and I'm going to see where we go with this.
All right, it is, well, we have 2 hours and 44 minutes remaining of our 24-hour readathon, but I think we're done. I finished The Great Bear, and I think I'm going to give this 4.25, maybe a 4.5, I don't know. It was really good. It was really good. I am having a hard time rating things right now because my brain is tired. So maybe I'll think about it a little more, but I really think it's a 4.25. That feels about right. There was some pretty strong conversations about bullying in this, and I liked that. I liked the conversations that they're having. I like what David Alexander Robertson is doing for Indigenous awareness. Like, he is trying to bring awareness to the younger generation of Indigenous culture and Indigenous heritage through these kind of books. And I appreciate that. I appreciate authors that are working really hard to do that. Okay, so I realized as I was editing this video that I gave a terrible, terrible review of The Great Bear by David Alexander Robertson, and so I'm gonna try and remedy that a little bit here. So I gave this 4.25 stars. I think that that was a good rating. Like I said, it was not as action-packed as the first book, but there were some really strong themes in this, and of course, there was a lot about bullying. And what was interesting, of course, about this was that the things that were going on in Eli and Morgan's life in the real world were the same issues that they were dealing with in Misawa. And they had the opportunity to work through some of the things that they were struggling with in this world where they felt more comfortable and more able to be themselves. They're foster children, and they know that their new foster parents love them, but they're still struggling to create a connection with them. So there's a lot of insecurities that both these children have within the real world that they are able to kind of work through when they're in Misawa. And so it's really nice how David Alexander Robertson uses this as sort of a tool to get this message across. And I don't think it's very new, like that same problem going on in Two Worlds, you know, like that tends to be a way to work through issues. You know, I've read that in books, I've seen it in shows and stuff like that, so it's not anything new. But I think David Alexander Robertson does a great job of conveying a lot of the values of these communities and conveying how that is important to how these two children see the world and how they're approaching the world. It's really good, and I can't wait to see where it goes from here. I will be curious to see what other challenges these kids come up against, and if you like the first book, I recommend continuing on. So that's great. I can't believe I finished on January 2nd. This is better than last year. I did better this year than last year.
January 8th last year or something?
I think I finished on January 5th. I still had one book left that I read in February. So I did way better this year. Well,
good job.
All my videos aren't out yet though. So in fact, I'm really behind on the video part. But you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. So tell us about how your reading has ended up.
So I still have a quarter of the book left. I was telling Amy that I remember reading something on the book that it's coming of age. These kids are all seniors in high school playing hockey. They're definitely going through what teenagers go through. They have a lot of questions about sex and gender and, you know, things that kids go through and, you know, just trying to find themselves. I'm looking forward to finishing it off.
And you think so far what you're feeling kind of the rating is at the moment?
Maybe 3.5.
Okay, that's not bad. That's a good reading.
Yeah, no, it's a good reading. Yeah, it's a good read.
So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you can see more of this, things like this. And if you haven't seen the first 11 days of Christmas, go ahead and check out the playlist for that. It'll be in the description box below. And you can also check out last year if you're curious how it went about last year. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you later. Bye.